Hi everyone, today I am going to teach you a very interesting chapter that name is development, which is the first chapter of class 10th economics. But it is the because this is very fantastic chapter. This is because you have to learn a very different thing. A development for one cannot be a development for other. So why the conflicting notion toward the development is going to happen, and all the content of this chapter I am going to teach you in this video. Before teaching this, I would like to ask you, what is the development? What is the meaning of development? So you will say, as a student, the development means if I will get some individually a phone or freedom to move anywhere, or from the parents and get some pocket money like the 500 per day, and like this may it will a development for you, and may also a development for you to being a topper in the class. So but now if same thing is being asked from your father, then your father will say to increase the production in the farming, or getting more salaries through the farming. So as you are able to see that according to you the development is to something other, but according to your father development is something other. So from this you will get to know that anything which is development for you cannot be development for other. This is why. So if I will say you what is the development, because one thing is development for you, but the same thing is not a development for other. So what is the meaning of development, and what is the general definition of development? So the general definition of development is the process of growth, or the process of growth in the positive direction toward the life, to improve the quality of the life, that includes the income and the so many things which is called the development. So I think you understand what do you mean by development, and how the conflicting notion can be have to the each other person. This can be understood by the Sardar Sarovar Dam, which is the given in the NCERT also. Sardar Sarovar Dam. Sardar Sarovar Dam. So what is the what is how can you understand by the Sardar Sarovar Dam? So we the in this context we have to see that for the national development, or for the more electricity, the government has taken a step to raise the height of Sardar Sarovar Dam. But the tribal community who is living around the Sardar Sarovar Dam, but not ready for them, because they think that it leads to deforestation around the area, which will affect their inhabitat or the life, because the tribals are mainly dependent over the forest for their timber, wood, and the shelter and everything. The tribal people depend on the forest, so it will destroy their home. And but it is a development for the government, because it will produce the more electricity. So as you able to see that here is the development for the government, but here is the destruction for the tribal. So I think you get to know that a development for the one cannot be development for the other. So as you get to know the development for this, but if I will say what is the what is the common thing which is the development for everyone, the common development notion, I am talking about the common development notion. As you are able to see that the through this example you are able to see that one is the development for one but not for the other. What can be seen as the development which is everyone wants? So as you are able to get to know that everyone wants, that is something the money or the income. So income is something which everyone wants to be more income. Either the who is the labor, either the minister, company manager, and the each and every person wants to more income in their life. This is why they can improve their quality and the standard of the life. So the income is considered to be a common development notion for everybody else. But you have also understood that beside the income there are many things which affect your livelihood. You are why you are wanting the more income and more money. You are wanting the more income and more money to increase the to enhance the quality of the life. But the not only the income and enhance the quality of life, and there are many other things also include to, irrespective of the income or the non irrespective of the materialistic thing. what is those things which is also enhancing your quality of life. So it can be like the free pollution free environment. So how you will say the pollution free environment affects the life also. So if you will say the rich person used to live in the New Delhi and the Mumbai, and if you get to say that if you get to see that in the winter, the AIQ of the Delhi used to be the 200, 400 and 600 up to, but if you will see in the village it is about the 30 and 40 AIQ. So as you are able to see that air quality index varies, but in the Delhi used to reach the many used to live the rich people, but they were very rich and living in the Delhi, but they cannot get such air quality index which we have getting in the village. So this is why for them the development is something to be a better air you air quality index, but they were not getting, so they want that to reduce the air quality index. And this is why you are able to see that even though the one person in the Delhi is very rich, but they cannot minimize the air quality index, because it is the step which is taken by the community, not can be done by individual. This is why we get to know that from only the income you cannot enhance your life, but also there should be a many thing as you able to get that pollution free environment. And second thing which you the disease free environment. And if the disease is spread, as you able to see that in the COVID-19 the disease spreads over the country, even the rich people is not used to make a tour and visit over the country because there is a disease. So how they will do, even though they were very rich, but they cannot remove this disease. This is why it is all this disease can be removed by the community steps. So this is why I would like to tell you, only the income cannot enhance your life. There are many other factors which also responsible, like the pollution free environment, disease free environment, and the another thing is the respect, freedom, and the security. And there are many things which also includes to your enhancing your life. And as you get to know that what is the development, how the development can one cannot be development for other, and what are the other factor which affects the your life rather than the income. And now I am going to talk about our next topic of this chapter, which is the national development. What is the national development? So as you are able to see that common development of a people, individual development is to upgrade the income or the salary and getting more working hours like this, as you able to get. But what is the national development? National development, it is the development for everybody else living in the country. So how we could achieve this one? Because everyone has the different development goal, but we have to achieve the national development goal. That means this goal is for the everyone wants to this goal. This is why it is called the national development goal. So the national development goal can be defined as it is the comprehensive effort taken by the government and the people of the India or the nation in which belonging to improve the quality of life or the nation, or to the improve the quality of life of the people living in that nation. So the national development means all the people will come together for the development by taking the steps, like when, as I am tell you in the previous thing, the pollution free environment cannot be get by the only one effort, by the individual effort, but it can be get only when the whole community, whole country take a step forward toward this. This is why the national development is called. And the another thing which we have to study in this chapter, that is the human development index and the UNDP, human development index, and the World Bank. You have to also talk about the World Bank and the UNDP, United Nations Development Report. And so what is the World Bank and what is the United Nations Development Report? Before this, I would like to teach you how the countries are compared according to their level of development. As I will say, is the India or is the USA is developed? in which the country both in both of them, which one is the more developed. So how will you consider which one is the more developed? So as if you have to compare the is the two country which one is more developed, you have to see the important thing which required for the development. Like the if let's suppose this same tries to the this same thing tries to impose in the students of the class 10th. So let's suppose if the teacher is thinking which student is more developed, how how they will check which one is the more developed? I think the teacher will check their marks he obtained in the subjects, in a subject, so that they could compare which one a student is more developed. But in the country, if you are comparing a country, then you will not see the marks of the student, but you will see the per capita income or the average income of the country, how much the people earn in a particular year, in a particular month. Then you able to consider that which one is the more developed. So if you are comparing the development of the country, you have to use the income. So how you will use the income? In which you have to use the average income of a people. And how the average income of a people is calculated? So the average income of a people is calculated by the total number of the total number of total income divided by the total number of the population. That means, let's suppose we are earning the 1,000 rupees per year, and we have the 10 people, then we will divide and we will get the 100. That means each people earns the 100 rupees. But as you able to get, as you able to know that this is the 1,000 rupees uh, uh, which is earned by the 100 people, which is earned by the 10 people, but you don't know who earns how much. Let's suppose the 9 people only earns a little bit, and the last one people earns more money in this. So from this we get to know that the average income has also some limitation, because it only tell you about your per capita income or average income, but it hides the disparity. You don't know who people earn how much. Only one people can earn a little more or very well money and can improve or enhance your average income, but you have to see that disparity is also lying here, because the average income increases due to the earning of a single people. So you have to see also this thing, that there is a limitation in the average income or per capita income. That is what it hides the disparity among the people, and it also doesn't show the distribution of the money among the people. So we have some limitations of the average income, and I think you understand how to compare the development of a country. The development of the country is compared through the per capita income or the average income. So now I am going to teach you both of them, the World Bank and the UNDP. Both of them used to compare or rank the country, but both of them has the different basis. Like the World Bank used to compare a country on the basis of income, but if you are saying the UNDP used to compare a country on the basis of education, education and the health and the income, per capita income. So the UNDP considered in the three way, but World Bank considered only the one way. So you have to remember this thing also. So how the World Bank compare, how the UNDP compare the development of a country. And now another thing which is a very interesting part of this chapter, and which you must know because it is has a real use. That is the body mass index, BMI, body mass index. So what is the body mass index? So I would like to tell you, the body mass index is nothing but a weight of a person which is measured in the kg, and the height of a person in the meter. I am making this a square. The ratio of this is called the BMI. And let's suppose your BMI is 18, less than 18, then you are undernourished. And if your BMI is in between the 18 and 25, you are well nourished. and your BMI is the 20 more than 25, you are overweighted. So the BMI is usually checked in the defense examination, in the during the defense medical examination, because when you are going in the defense, must your body mass index lies between the 18 to 25, because it is considered to be a nourished, and it is undernourished, and it is the overweighted. So you have to also remember the BMI, and this is a very easy chapter, and you have to study this thing, and I think you understood, and thank you for today.